Hello everybody, welcome back to Oscar Buzz. Trevor here, and today we are talking about the trailers for Till, Tar, and Pinocchio. Thomas is still away. He's going to be away for a couple of weeks, so you're stuck with me for a while, aside from pre-recorded stuff. So, let's jump into the first trailer. First, I want to talk about Tar. We know this is going to Venice Film Festival. It is the return of Todd Field. He's been a major Oscars contender with his first two movies. So those first two movies were 2001 and 2006, being, of course, In the Bedroom and Little Children, respectively. I mean, they're both big Best Picture contenders. They both got more than one acting nomination. Like, men gets his actors nominated. I think Cate Blanchett definitely picking up a nomination here. 100%. Even just looking at this trailer, like, she looks incredible. This looks like it's going to be a very heavy performance, while also like a very fun one for her. We didn't get that much. A majority of the trailer is just a monologue with smoke coming out of Blanchett's mouth. Like, this looks very, very artistically crafted and well artistically crafted at that. Almost feels like it could be the Spencer of this year and just get actress, especially when you have, like, Hildur Gudendottir, doing the score. We thought that maybe Johnny Greenwood could get double nominated for Power of the Dog, and Spencer, well, it ended up just being Power of the Dog. Could be the same thing. Gudendottir just gets nominated for Women Talking, cinematography, like all these things. It feels like it's checking all of the Spencer boxes. However, Todd Field, a way more established Academy-friendly director than Pablo Larraín is. Spencer did not get a Best Picture nomination. Todd Field has gotten Best Picture nomination. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But this very, very quickly jumped towards the top of my most anticipated list. The trailer looks great. What else do you want? The trailer looks absolutely great. For Oscars, I think the floor is Blanchett. I think Blanchett gets in no matter what. I think it would be very hard for Blanchett to miss. Yes, I know it is just a trailer, but I feel very good about foreign actors, those being Yeoh, Robbie, Blanchett, and Coleman. Similarly with actor, I feel good about four. Being Jackman, being Cacho, being Butler, and Fraser. I think we have four that I at least feel good about. Those fifth slots in both categories, absolutely no clue what to do. Other things for Tar, like, if they really want to go for it, just get picture, director, screenplay, score, cinematography, editing, even sound. They could really, really go for this movie. I think that if anything else, it would get, like, cinematography and score. I don't know if this is gonna be picture. I flirted with it, throwing it into my picture predictions. I just think for that to happen, it would have to get screenplay or director, and those fields are just so stacked, pun intended, that I don't know if Todd Field would be able to sneak into any of those. But we haven't seen the film yet. I think that this film's gonna be pretty great. I could even see this getting like a high 80 on Metacritic. I think this film's going to be very loved by the end of the year. So we'll see. But definitely Blanchett. Even keep an eye out for her to win the Volpe Cup at Venice. Just start that awards run as soon as possible. So let's talk about someone that could be another contender, an actress, that being Danielle Deadwyler, who just appeared in the trailer for Chinonye Chukwu's new film, Till. Apologies if I messed up that name. But she did Clemency, good movie, very big at Sundance a couple years ago. There's a follow-up, and it looks good enough. We have Whoopi Goldberg playing the grandmother, maybe a potential return for Whoopi Goldberg after she won for Ghost, right? She won for Ghost. Maybe we could see her come back. I see it being more of a Globes thing than an Oscars thing for Whoopi Goldberg. We'll see. Danielle Deadwyler is, I think, obviously the big push here. I don't know where else we could be looking at nominations unless they just really want to go like actor, screenplay, picture, and editing if they want to get really crazy with it. But I don't think, and like, they won't nominate child actors. I guess Goldberg. This does not feel like a director pick. So like, I feel like it's pretty limited. And the other thing is the trailer just looked fine. I'm pretty familiar with the Emmett Till story. And like, it's a very tragic event. I think it's something that deserves to be brought into the light again. Especially with, I mean, I don't even want to even say recent events, because like just the events of, like, I don't know, the last like 5 to 10 years and before that, just America in general. Yeah, I think this movie is unfortunately going to be relevant no matter what, no matter when it came out, it was going to be relevant, in, a sad way, just because we don't change that much, but not to derail. The trailer just looked very flat to me. And I'm sure we'll get a lot more of the very baity stuff later. I mean, we see Deadweiler, screaming and crying, but it's, muted. And I'm sure we're going to get that. I mean, this is going to be a very heavy, a very baity, a very, ooh, it was going to be a tough performance to watch. But I don't know, the rest of the filmmaking just didn't impress me that much just based off of the trailer. Just a lot of the cinematography choices and the costumes and the production design, it just all felt very, very flat. It didn't feel that immersive to me. And this is another one where I feel like actress is really the only big player. And I do think that this is going into adapted, which makes things interesting, because this can contend for that 5th slot in adapted. Even the 4th and 5th, now that Killers of the Flower Moon could potentially be pushed. So maybe it could slide into screenplay. With screenplay and actress, you could get picture. But this is also MGM, and you have to assume that the top priority is going to be women talking. And is MGM really going to get 2 films into Best Picture? I don't know how much sense that makes. So if we're just looking at Danielle Deadweiler, I don't know if she can stand on her own. This might just be a very baity performance that gets lost in the shuffle and forgotten about. Or it could pop really big. I don't think that Deadweiler needs a screenplay nom to get nominated. I honestly think she could get nominated on her own. It's just going to be tough. It'll be interesting to see where this movie goes. And also what the critical reception is. If this is getting even high 70s in the 80s, then I'll feel a bit more confident about it. But I'm expecting low 70s. I don't know. It'll be really interesting. Curious to see all of the reactions once the premieres at fall festivals. Last trailer is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This is the follow-up, I believe, to his Best Picture winner, Shape of Water. No, it is not. That was Nightmare Alley. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But he's gotten a Best Picture nomination for his last 2 movies. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, this looked very good. Obviously, Guillermo del Toro, he's a master filmmaker. His movies don't always connect with me. They don't resonate with me in the way that some other films do. I always find myself more fascinated and impressed by del Toro's movies than genuinely loving them. But I just think that he's objectively a good filmmaker. I mean, he's Guillermo del Toro. He's a good filmmaker. And I'm really excited to see what he can do with this. Venturing into the world of stop motion. Obviously, he's done plenty of creature stuff and creature design and things like that before. I mean, the animation looks gorgeous. There are some beautiful shots that are being captured. The usage of light looks mwah, mwah. This trailer seemed very soft, if that makes sense, because this is supposed to be very dark, and there's gonna be some very weird and unsettling things going on. I mean, it's rumored to get a PG-13 rating. Didn't really see much of that here. So, I don't know. I'm assuming that they're just holding off on that, because this is also supposed to be a musical, which makes me kind of think that this is going to get a nomination for Golden Globe Comedy Musical. I know. Yeah, I actually think that could happen. I mean, think about it. It's Guillermo del Toro. It's a musical. They're allowing animated movies now. You can give it animated. It's at the Splot score. Could get in. Animated song, score, picture. That is not a bad combo for a Golden Globe. So, yeah, I like this trailer a lot. Curious to see how Ewan McGregor's voice work plays. I think it sounds good. I mean, obviously, he's Ewan McGregor. So, yeah, overall, I like this trailer quite a bit. I want to see more, but it very much left me intrigued. Looking at awards, I feel like animated features a lock. I think that this is going to get high 80s on Metacritic. I think that people are going to lose their minds over this. I think everybody's going to love it. Gotta assume animated feature. Could even be in the winning conversation, because Disney Pixar hasn't had the strongest year so far. We'll see how Strange Worlds does. But if that's also just meh, I think we're looking at Pinocchio versus My Father's Dragon, Cartoon Saloon, Netflix battle. Looking outside of animated, the Splot score. We love the Splot. The Oscars love the Splot. Everybody loved the Splot. Splot could get nominated. Yes, he was snubbed for The French Dispatch. He was very close to getting in. He was expected to get in. Splot typically gets in. Could get score. We also have original songs, I believe. That could be a song nomination. Stop motion films have a history, if they're good, of getting VFX. Even just recently, Kubo and the Two Strings in 2017. Got a VFX nom. We're kind of racking up nominations. I'm not saying that anything outside of animated is a guarantee. I mean, it's even hard to guarantee anything at this point, but this just makes a lot of sense to get in the animated feature. But with those other ones, if this is getting song, It's getting score. It's getting VFX. That's 4 nominations. If it's winning animated, I think you know where I'm going. I don't think that Pinocchio is going to get a Best Picture nomination. However, I think that it is by far the most likely to get a Best Picture nomination of any of the animated films coming out this year. Like, I honestly do think it will get a Golden Globe for a comedy musical Best Picture, a Golden Globe nomination, not a win. But if it's getting that, like, and then it can pick up nominations, song, score, VFX plus animated. That's a solid package. I'm not predicting it to get all of those things. No, I'm not. But keep an eye out for it. Okay. Like, we've had, like, maybe just, like, a little bit of a push. We're like, hey, maybe we're not recognizing animated movies enough. Maybe they want to go for an animated film. It's Guillermo del Toro. It isn't, like, just, like, purely animation directors, which the Academy, wrongfully seems to just kind of go, like, ugh, at. This is Guillermo del Toro. He's won Best Picture. He's won Best Director. He's won a couple Oscars. I mean, they even nominated him for Best Picture for Nightmare Alley. So, like, they obviously love del Toro. Keep an eye on this for Best Picture. But that is my thoughts on all of the trailers. Overall, very excited for all of these films. I will be watching all of them. You'll get reviews on all of them from myself and likely Thomas. But until then, thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see you again. Do the subscribe thing if you want.